Shirley from Fat Quarter Shop, and today the ghosts and ghouls are out for part 1 of our 2026 Halloween mystery quilt along. It's called Boo to You. To make this quilt, this is the fabric that we will be using. It's available in a quilt kit at Fat Quarter Shop. This is your background, your binding, and your backing. And if you're going to use fabrics from your stash, you can download the fabric requirements for free. All the links to all of these patterns are in our description box. We're going to start with week 1 making our Boo to You banner block. It's super easy because it's only corner squares, and we're using the Purrs and Boos collection by Elena Amo for Moda Fabrics. We also have a free cross stitch pattern to accompany our Halloween mystery at Fat Quarter Shop. A link is in the description box. After you've gathered all your fabric and downloaded the free patterns, let's get sewing. This is the banner block we're going to be making today, and I wanted to point out the bottom, those are flying geese, and each of the letters, all they are corner squares, so it's a lot easier than it looks. I recommend using a gray thread because if you use white, your stitches might show up along the dark fabric. This fabric today we're using is 9900-468, and because we're using a dark fabric, we are not going to use a black friction pin because this will leave a permanent line. You can use one of the clover pins. On the clover white marking pin, when you make your lines, you'll just need to wait about 30 seconds for your lines to show up. If you want to use the Choco liner pin, that will show up immediately, but they both will disappear as soon as you iron. Today, we're going to be using the Clover White marking pin. We're going to start on page 1 at the bottom right. Just make sure you don't miss this step since it's kind of hidden. You're going to take a fabric N square and a fabric F rectangle. You're going to draw a line from corner to corner on here. Your line will show up in a little bit. You'll place that right here, pin, stitch directly on the line, trim 1/4 inch away, and press. This is going to be your upper letter B unit. Now we're going to move to page 2 and make our lower letter B unit. So it's opposite of the one we just made. Now that we've made the top and the bottom, we're going to work on our side letter B unit. You're going to use a fabric G rectangle and a fabric N square. And from here, you're going to do the same thing. Draw a line from corner to corner, place that, and the line will be very faint, but you will be able to see it in person. You'll stitch directly on that line, trim 1/4 inch away, and then this will be your partial unit. This is going to look really hard, but it's easy. From here, we're going to add a fabric I square. We're going to draw a line from corner to corner. And just remember, it takes a couple of seconds for this to show up. Then you're going to place it this direction, stitch directly on your line, trim 1/4 inch away, and this will be your unit. You're going to make one side letter B unit. Now that we've done the top, bottom, and side, it's time to put the letter B together. You're going to take 2 fabric M rectangles and a fabric G rectangle. Stitch those together with a 1/4 inch seam and press. Then you're going to take that side unit and sew that to a fabric H square and press. And if you press according to the pattern, all of your seams will nest. From here, you're going to add your top unit, sew with a 1/4 inch seam, add your bottom unit, sew with a 1/4 inch seam, and then to the left, you're going to have a fabric D rectangle, and you're going to sew that together, and you will have your letter B unit. For the bottom of each letter, we're going to be making flying geese units. You're going to take your fabric J squares, draw lines from corner to corner on both of those. Use a fabric A rectangle. First, add your first square, stitch directly on that line, trim 1/4 inch away, and it will look just like this. From there, you will add your other fabric J square, and you will have this flying geese. This is the same method you're going to use on all 3 letters throughout the pattern. Now it's time to complete the letter B banner unit. You're going to take your B unit, add 2 fabric L rectangles to the side, and press. Once that's done, you're going to add fabric K rectangles to the top and bottom and press. And then you're going to add your flying geese unit at the bottom, making sure the point is going up. This letter B banner unit will measure 6.5 inches by 10.5 inches unfinished, and you're going to make one. Before we make our letter B banner, I did want to point out that this fabric is directional. And if you want for all of your diagonals to go the same way, you could pay attention as you're marking your squares. This one, everything is going the same direction. And this one, they're going a different direction. So looking at these two options, you can decide how you want your diamonds to face. Now we're going to move to our letter O's. You're going to take a fabric E rectangle, 2 fabric S squares, and you're going to draw a line from corner to corner. Now on these regular prints that are not black, you could use your friction pen. It's totally up to you. In person, you can see the lines. On camera, you can't. Then you're going to place your units just like this. You're going to stitch directly on those lines, and this is what your outer O unit is going to look like. You're going to make 2 of these from each print. So for each letter O, you'll need 2 for a total of 4. So earlier we made the large flying geese that go in the bottom of each banner unit. You're going to do that same method for your letter O's, and you will have 2 flying geese units, 1 from each print, and those are 3.5 by 6.5 inches unfinished. Now we're on the bottom left of page 3. We're going to build our letter O. You're going to use 2 fabric F rectangles and a fabric P rectangle. Sew those together with a 1/4 inch seam. Then you're going to add your outer letter O unit, and this is going to form your O. You're going to make 1 from each print for a total of 2, and they each will measure 4.5 by 5.5 inches. To make your letter O banner unit, it's very similar to the fabric B. You're going to add rectangles to the right, press, add rectangles to the top, and press, and add that flying geese with it facing up. This is your first letter O, and this is your second letter O. And see, it was a lot easier than you thought because it's just corner squares and flying geese. Now to finish your Boo to You banner block, you're going to place your letters in order. Add 2 fabric B rectangles in the center, sew those together and press, and then you're going to add a fabric C rectangle to the bottom. And this Boo to You banner block will measure 11.5 inches by 20.5 inches, and it's so cute. You could even just stop right here, add some borders, and make a pillow if you don't want to make the entire quilt. That completes week 1 of our Boo to You mystery quilt along. Let me know in the comments what fabric collection you're going to be using, and if you're going to make the entire quilt or just a pillow. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.